Hello, welcome back to part 2 of Electricians Tools with your host Sammy Eskew with Everything Electrical here on YouTube. In part 1, I went over my cordless power tools, my quarter cable set, and also my termination tote that I use for terminating panels and such. In this video, I'm going to cover my everyday tool bag and my everyday tote that I keep my tools in, or most of my tools. There's quite a bit of stuff in here that we'll just go over one by one. And I think the easiest way is just going to be to dump it out like that. And we'll go over it. Okay. So this is just my tote that I keep extra tools in that you need time to time. You don't need them. The idea is to have them there for when you need them, but they're not stuff that you need all the time. So I just kind of keep them in this tote so I know where they're at. Number one, here I have a rotozip, and this is for stripping MC cable, which we'll do a video about in the future. Real important if you're doing commercial work, must have for commercial electric. Here I have a pair of tin snips. This is used for cutting metal stud. Anytime you're roughing in walls with metal stud, very critical you have one of those. It's like a extra 5/16 tip nut driver there. I have a 1/2 inch nut driver here. I have a set of Allen wrenches there. They come in handy from time to time. Extra trim screwdriver. So I got some black tape there. 2 pairs of channel locks. It's important to have 2 pairs of channel locks. There just comes times when you need to, especially working on rain type fittings and things like that. So 2 channel locks. Pair of baby channel locks here. Here's a wire cutting tool for cutting, bigger wire, 2/0 copper, or really you can cut anything. These are pretty worn. See, they've been blown up. I usually use my Sawzall if I'm doing real big wire, but if your battery dies or for some reason, it's good to have these for a backup. Extra tick tester here. This is a holding screwdriver, and the way it works, you put a screw on the tip there, and you slide this metal piece up, and it causes the tip to expand, and it will hold the screw on the screwdriver. So pretty nifty. It comes in handy from time to time. I've only used it a couple times over the years, but the times that I did use it, I was really glad to have it. So it's a good tool to have. Here I have a 1/2 inch Allen wrench, and that is for like 400 amp disconnects and 400 amp panels for big lugs. My dad gave me this tool, and it's pretty unique to have, but definitely it's a good one. If you ever find yourself making up a 400 amp disconnect or 400 amp meter, good tool to have. Sheetrock knife. This is for cutting holes in the sheetrock, cutting in plugs or switches, or if you got to make a hole for some reason to fish wire through. Sheetrock knife. Here's a Whirlybird. It's called a Whirlybird Phillips screwdriver, and these were real popular before the impact drills came out, especially like in residential type trims. That would allow you to screw a plug in or switch in quickly, but I kind of feel like with impacts now they're kind of obsolete, but still pretty cool to have if for whatever reason you don't have an impact. I say have an impact, it makes it a little bit easier, but pretty neat tool there. I don't know if you can even find these in the stores anymore. Alright, and I keep a chisel in here for whenever if I'm chiseling out wood or something of that nature. It helps out any type of wood chiseling. Here I keep a wire brush. Every so often you'll run across some type of some type of copper that's corroded, or some kind of corroded stuff that if you need to clean it up, this is really handy to have to help clean up the connection or whatever it is you're dealing with. Comes in handy a lot. I use it from time to time for different things. Good tool. See, I have another chisel here, smaller one. Keep a stubby flathead for those times when you need to get into a tight spot. Screwdriver. I also have a Phillips somewhere around here. Extra 1/4" nut driver. Here's a small pair of needle nose pliers that comes in handy from if for some reason you're dealing with something and the needle nose that you carry are too big. It's really nice to have these. They come in handy. Been a lifesaver a couple times. If you're dealing with something that has a security screw, I don't know if you can tell there, but the tips of the needle nose is real small there, so it actually work to unscrew security screws that have the 2 indentions in them that will fit perfectly in there, and you can turn it. So pretty neat tool to have. Keep a plug tester. Every electrician should carry a plug tester. They're just very inexpensive and good for testing. Good for testing whenever you're troubleshooting or turning on power for the first time, to go through and check all your plugs, make sure that they identify proper. This is a 3/8 set tool for setting in 3/8 drop-in anchors, which I will do a video about here in the future. Show you how that works. So basically you use this to knock the anchor into the concrete. Cool to have. And I keep a pair of safety glasses in here. If you're doing electrical work and you're out there every day dealing with stuff, you want to make sure you have the right safety gear, and I'm going to do a whole nother video about that in the future. But definitely make sure you at least have safety glasses. You're still going to get some stuff in your eye every now and then, but the more you can keep out, the better your health's going to be. So you want to make sure we're taking good care of ourselves when we're working hard. Alright, here's a bag that's in here. This is just miscellaneous like bits that I've been collecting over the years. Open it up here. Different kind of stuff, just all kinds. Different kind of bits, blades. Just a bag to keep stuff in. That's extras. Over here in the bag I have a couple Allen wrenches that didn't come out. It's always good to just have extra tools, you know. They pay for themselves on the day you need them. Some more Allens there. That's pretty much that. Over here I have my tool belt that I use on a day-to-day basis, and it's pretty much the same tools that we went over in the T-tote. Just different flatheads, knife, Kleins, needle nose, dikes, level. This is pretty neat. This is good to have. You get these at Home Depot. They're kind of expensive. They're about $30, but it's a really nice tool. It's a lightweight hammer, ballpoint hammer that comes in handy on a lot of, in a residential setting when you need a hammer. It's nice because it's light and it does the job, and also on commercial it works good to have as an extra reach if you're trying to like grab a wire or something. Very nice to have. If you're serious about doing electrical work, if you are an electrician and you don't have one of these, I would highly recommend that you get one.